Welcome to the Abo Macareza Health and Safety Training. In this video, you will see Lucky's journey to safer waste picking. This is Lucky. Each day he uses this trolley to search for recyclables and earn an income. This trolley is quite rickety and often breaks down. When it gets really full, he worries about it tipping over. Occasionally, he gets into conflict with cars because he cannot hear them when he listens to music on his headphones. His shoes are worn through, and he has no gloves for sorting. He uses his bare hands to dig into trash and occasionally encounters some dangerous waste. Lucky works without gloves and protective work overalls. After work, he brings germs from things like rotting food waste and nappies into his home. These germs make him and his family sick. Worse than that, he occasionally encounters chemicals, used needles, and sharp and rusty metals within trash bags. If stuck with an infected needle, Lucky could potentially be infected with HIV or hepatitis. Occasionally, Lucky sees rusted metals, like nails, in the trash. If he were to get cut with one of these, he could be at risk for tetanus. Tetanus from metals and HIV and hepatitis from used needles all could be deadly to Lucky. Each day, when Lucky goes to work, he has to worry about many hazards that may cause him to get injured and sick. Now that Lucky works with unconventional media solutions, he has personal protective equipment that minimizes risks he encounters while waste picking. Each day, he wears work overalls to protect his clothes and body from any hazards or germs he may encounter. The overalls have reflectors so that cars and trucks can see him, which is especially important in the early morning and evening. Lucky wears work shoes with a thick sole and protective toe cap. Besides being comfortable for walking, they protect him from stepping on sharp objects and keep his feet safe in case something heavy falls on him. Lucky also wears thick sorting gloves, which protect his hands and wrists from sharp objects as well as germs within the trash. In addition, he wears a protective face mask to prevent inhalation of various toxins, odors, and dust. Because Lucky is trying to earn as much money as he can, sometimes he wants to quickly open trash bags, take out the recyclables, and move on to the next set of bags. But then he remembers it is best to put the stuff back in the bags because it keeps the street clean and is respectful to the person's house. When he keeps everything neat and tidy, people like when he comes by, and then they often leave their recyclables in a special pile for him, making his job easier. In addition to Lucky's personal protective equipment, he stays safe while waste picking due to remaining proactive and having a positive attitude. Sometimes when it is hot, he thinks it would be nice to take his gloves off, but other waste pickers he works with remind him how important they are. In addition to wearing personal protective equipment, Lucky stays safe throughout the day by following these steps. He alternates from pushing the cart to pulling the cart. This allows him to use different muscles and to not overwork himself. He stays hydrated by drinking lots of water. When crossing the street, he looks both ways. When Lucky is using the trolley on a hill, he puts on the brake to keep it from rolling down the hill. If Lucky needs to pick up something heavy, he bends at his knees and then lifts. This helps to protect his back. Although Lucky always wears his personal protective equipment, he has a plan in place in case he is injured while waste picking. If he is injured, he goes back to unconventional media to tell somebody about his injury and to use the first aid kit. Lucky knows that if he gets stuck with a used needle in the trash, he reports it to unconventional media and immediately seeks medical attention in order to ensure he hasn't been infected with HIV or hepatitis. Additionally, if he is cut with rusted metal, he knows to report the injury and immediately seek medical attention to ensure he hasn't been infected with tetanus. If Lucky is stuck with a needle or has an injury due to sharp metal, he knows that he has to go to the doctor after these events. After a day of waste picking, Lucky returns to unconventional media with a full trolley of recyclables. He weighs what he brings in. Afterwards, he washes the trolley to keep it clean and sparkly. And then he takes off all of his protective equipment to leave at unconventional media overnight. Before he leaves, he washes his hands. By washing his hands and taking his protective equipment off, he does not bring any germs home with him. Once a week, Lucky washes his uniform.